Hey everybody, Diane Bolin here, coming to you today from my home gym in Warwick. I have for you today a flow workout. I know you've heard about flow workouts in relationship to yoga and maybe some other things, but what exactly does flow mean? Being in a flow state or getting in the zone just means that you're so totally immersed in what you're doing that all the external stresses and woes and bad things just fly right out of your head. So it's a good thing, right? Well, how do you do that? It's very simple. We're going to move from one movement to the next without any rest in between. Our exercises are going to be slow today. They're not going to be fast. We're not trying to get a high intensity workout in. We're just trying to move through each of the movements deliberately and totally immersed and in the moment of what we're doing. Let's see where that takes us. For today's workout, you're going to need a set of hand weights or dumbbells, your exercise mat or a nice secure floor that's not slippery. And something new, we're going to use a resistance band for one of our movements today. I'm showing the one that has a tube and two handles. I'm going to wrap it around my Swedish ladder. You can wrap it around anything you have that's sturdy. If you get a set of these, they do come with a doorstop. So you put this little thing over the edge of your door, then the loop comes over the top, and you just put your band through the loop, and that gives you your anchor point. If you don't have your resistance bands yet, you can do the rows that we're going to do with a set of dumbbells. But the resistance band gives you the benefit of both working this set of muscles and this set of muscles. So it gives you 2 for 1. So I highly recommend you look into that. I've put a description in the link below of the set that I'm using today, but there's a lot out there. Choose what speaks to you if you decide to get one. Because today's workout is structured as a flow, I'm going to give you a preview of each of the movements and you'll see them in the squares. Just take a look and follow along with me. We're going to be doing each one of the movements roughly a minute. We're not going to be exact. We're not necessarily going to set a timer and just immediately change on the beat. The idea is to not have to have those kinds of things in your mind. So we're just going to do the flow. You can follow along with me, or you can make up your own flow. And remember, because there's no built-in rest in today's workout, feel free to stop if you need to. If you need to grab some water, if you need to catch your breath, if you need to slow down a little bit, go ahead and stop and jump back in with us when you're ready. Let's get started. Let's start with a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to do shoulder rolls. And I'm going to turn it into an arm swing, going towards the back. Now we're going to reverse it. We're going to do those shoulder rolls to the front. This is one time when you really can shrug your shoulders up. And turn that into an arm swing. Let's warm up the rest of our bodies. We're going to do some jumping jacks. Remember, if jumping is not going to work for you because of knee or hip issues, Do a step jack. And guess what? If you pull your core in while you're doing these, or even move side to side a little bit, you're going to get a core workout too. Let's move on to our other movements. Okay, we're going to get right into the flow part now. 2 dumbbells. We're going to do squat to an overhead press. Nice and slow. Remember, we're trying to flow. We're not trying to win a race. Don't forget to breathe. Into the next movement. Lunge. I'm going to do a hammer curl. You could do a regular bicep curl if you like. No need to go fast here. In case you didn't notice, lunges are a balance exercise. We're going to go now into this resistance band row. I have it mounted shoulder height. And I'm just going to row. Again, if you don't have bands, you can go ahead and do this with your dumbbells. We're controlling the pull back, initiated by our shoulders, and then resisting the band as it pulls our arms forward. Remember, get in the zone here. Okay, moving on to the next one, which is our push-up and hold. First one of our ground movements. I'm going to do modification on my knees. You can do a standard push-up if you want. You can do a push-up against a counter or against the wall. So the push-up with a hold looks like this. And I come down part way, 1, 2, up. Doesn't have to be exactly 2. You're just going to pause. Again, we don't want our minds in this too much. And give your shoulders a bit of a rest here. Moving on into the next movement. Grabbing a dumbbell to our Russian twists. I'm going to go with my heels on the floor. You can go with your feet. If you're really good, you can go with your feet off the floor. Whatever modification you're doing, If you feel any strain on your neck, modify more. And last movement in our flow is our dead bug. Back flat on the floor. We don't want any space back here. Knees up, arms up, opposite hand, opposite leg towards the floor. Breathe, but control the abs. Keep that back flat on the floor. And rest. A couple deep breaths here. We're going to do a couple minutes of stretching to finish it off, and you'll have completed an awesome flow workout. So let's take a seated position. Put the soles of your feet together if you can, keeping your back flat. Just lean forward. We're stretching our hips. Put your right leg out and reach in the direction of your toes. You don't have to reach for your toes. Reach for your knee, whatever you got today. Again, now we're working on our hips and our hamstrings. Switch legs. Again, whatever you got. If you got your toes, that's good. Your knee in that general direction. Any stretching is good. But remember, never force a stretch. And come up. Sit comfortably. We're going to bring our left hand across our body. Right hand up underneath, support the shoulder. Switch arms. Hands down, shoulders back, neck right and left a couple of times. And there you have your flow workout. I hope you enjoyed today's flow workout. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and go ahead and share this with a friend. Subscribing helps me continue to bring you great content like this that you, my viewers, have asked for. Oh, and by the way, drop me comments. I do use those comments when I'm deciding what to make for you next. So stay tuned for more good stuff this month. And most importantly, see you next time online.